Are we finally getting the champion points rework? Big question mark. So let's take a look at this article that got released a week ago by Gina Bruno, and let's see why I think we might get the champion points reworked with update 29 or the update 30 chapter. Before we dive into this, make sure to check out alcasthq.com builds and guides, and please remember the Oblivion reveal will be on the 26th January and not on the 21st. They moved it because of, I think, the inauguration day. Yeah. So they moved it like almost a week. Please don't forget that. You can also check out eso-hub. I do have a Twitter, Facebook, Discord, Instagram, my 2 YouTube channels, and so on. Don't forget to subscribe. All links in the description. So let's take a look at this. The most important things first. What we will have to do with update 29 is a full respec for skills and champion points to all players in update 29. That means all your characters, like your skills, your passives, and your champion points will be reset, right? You will not lose any points, but you have to reallocate all the skills, all the passives, all the champion points. So I do recommend screenshotting what you have on your characters. This is mostly a problem if you have 30, 40 characters like I do. I will have to do, like I have to respec all the skills, champion points on each character, right? So make sure to screenshot that stuff, because people that don't play often probably don't remember what kind of passives they slotted, what kind of skills they had, and so on. On the other hand, if you're confused, you can always check out alcasthq. Each build always has the passives and skills listed, so that would be as a kind of fail-safe mechanic if you forget to screenshot that stuff, but yes. So, minor inconvenience, but nothing too big. It will take maybe like 5 minutes per character. Get it done. So, now, the topic of this thread here, missing skill point investigation and resolution. When we launched update 28, back in November, some of you ran into an issue where the Soul Trap or the Werewolf Ultimate skills had unmorphed. When attempting to remorph these skills, they would continually reset and cause you to lose a skill point each time. Each attempt to refund missing skill points in subsequent incremental patches was unsuccessful. As we continued to further investigation the entirety of the issue, we discovered numerous other bugs that were contributing to a much larger and more extensive problem. So basically, what happened was, I'm not sure, was it update 28 or 27? I can't remember. Soul Trap and Werewolf. Like, you could morph them, and then while playing, randomly, they just reset back to the base skill. And you lost a skill point. You didn't get any back, and you were like, oh shit. So if you had done that 100 times, you could have lost 100 skill points. So obviously people were like, where are my skill points? So Zenimax started investigating here. First, we need to take a step back and look at the skill system itself, which reallocates skill points in 2 different ways: respecking and refunding. The respecking, which grants a full refund of all points based on system tracking, completely ignoring allocated points. Refunding, which measures allocations against expectations and only returns points that are missing. We introduced refunding in 2018 when a change to Werewolf passive Devour removed the purchase requirement and instead automatically granted the ability when players first acquired the Werewolf skill line. At that time, we did not take measures to refund the point back to players who had already spent a skill point on it. Okay. Now in update 28, when a recent change to the way we count skill point allocations caused an issue where abilities that are automatically granted but have purchasable morphs were not correctly counted. This caused those abilities to reset back to their base state without refunding a point. Yeah. We quickly addressed the issue to prevent players from losing more points, and with it, issued the skill refund. I mean, let me just spray some salt. I wouldn't say quickly addressed. This issue also happened on the PTS, and it was not addressed. I'm not sure if it got reported. Probably it just didn't get fixed on the PTS. Anyway, not the point. Let's move on. After this occurred, we continued to receive complaints that skill points were still not refunded. Upon further investigation, we suspect that some players actually had extra skill points for one reason or another. Okay. More than they should and more than normal play would grant. That sounds like some people did some shady stuff. I don't know. This means when players lost a skill point, the system did not know to refund that missing point since they had extra points to begin with. Okay. So people that had too many points didn't get points back. But these people probably also didn't know that they have too many points. To get more information, we added some logging in an incremental patch to help us identify the players with extra skill points. This brings us to today, where we have identified an issue with the original addition of refunds. Since 2.18, it appears that some players were granted extra skill points based on the number of champion skills they purchased. What's a champion skill? Do they mean champion point perks? So basically when you allocate points to like piercing or something like that, or when you have like these perks in the... Probably when you allocate points, I guess that's it. I don't know what a champion skill is. It's probably a champion point perk where you put points in. Furthermore, our data shows that some players have earned more than 20 extra skill points this way that are unaccounted for by the refund system. That's a lot of extra points. Nice. The more champion points someone had, the more likely they were to encounter this issue. But to be clear, these are skill points that these players should not have been able to earn, and that are not obtainable by players through normal gameplay means. Okay, sure. So yeah, some people will lose skill points, but they will only lose the skill points they were not supposed to have in the first place anyway, right? So now, to correct this issue and return us to a place where we can accurately give refunds when needed, we will push a full respec for skills and champion points to all players in update 29. When that happens, all extra skill points should be removed from the game, and all players will have access to the same amount of earnable skill points as intended. The amount of skill points we remove will range from 0 all the way up to 25, depending on skill allocation when these refunds were performed. We are taking additional steps to prepare for the future, including improved logging for refunds, converting our refund process to match the respec process. Okay. So that's, like I said, you will have to reallocate all your skill points. They're not taking away skills, right? Like, if you leveled up your skills and morphs to level 4, you will just have to respend the points and they will automatically be level 4 again. That's not the point of this. And the reason why I think, like, it's a skills issue, so I don't understand why they have to refund champion points, right? Like, why not just leave it? Maybe it's connected to the skills, that could be. So that's why they just do skills and the champion points recount or like refund or whatever you call it. Or because we might actually get the new champion point system. So you will have to reallocate your champion points anyway. Right? That's the second possible option. I think they kept the champion points at 810 like 3 years ago. And I already said last year we will get the champion point system, but it didn't happen. So we will most likely get it this year. Either in update 29 or update 30. Now, if it's just a simple adjustment to damage numbers and so on, we might get it in update 29. But I actually do hope the champion points rework will come with the chapter and also add new quest lines to it. Like, instead of just adding numbers to the champion point system, we actually should unlock the champion point perks via achievements or something. So we would be like, it would be some extra work. It would feel, I feel like, better instead of just getting it for free, right? Like, maybe do X achievement to get extra damage perk and stuff like that, and then you can allocate points onto it. On the other hand, that sounds like way too much work for Sauce, so it's most likely not going to happen, and it will just be a simple rebalancing of the champion points, and it might come with 29. I don't know, this is my guess. We will find out soon, because on the 26th January, they will have the reveal event. For the new chapter, we will get a look at update 29 most likely, at all the features from the chapter of update 30. And the public test server will most likely also arrive the week after. The Greymore chapter, they did the reveal event, and the next week we got the public test server for update 29. Not for update 29, for the, I think the Hero Storm, right? Yeah. So they did the reveal event for these 4 here, like for Greymore and Hero Storm. And the week after we got the PTS for Hero Storm. So it's most likely gonna be the same thing. They do the announcement stuff, and the week after we'll get the public test server. Going to be interesting. The respec here will happen, I guess, in about 1.5 months. I think we will get update 29, something like that. Yeah, I'm not sure. But anyway, that's the whole article. A minor annoyance, because people with a lot of characters will have to respec each character. That's gonna be crazy. Please also check things like your Mundo Stone, because in update 28 there was also a weird bug where some characters just didn't have a Mundo Stone anymore. I actually had to get my Mundo Stone again. Things like that. Always, after each update, check your character if everything is there. Very important. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Adios.